So welcome back to this Blender how to sculpt beginners tutorial, and on this part I want to continue from where we left off. I want to organize this object a little bit more, and yeah, so what I want to show you guys in this part of this tutorial is two different ways of sculpting in Blender. So the first one I want to be showing you guys is this very one by clicking the sculpt mode and going to object mode, and I think it's not really necessary because the object is selected in sculpt mode already. And we go to add modifier on this panel over here. We click the modifier panel, and then we add a subdivision surface. No, we add the multi-resolution. So this multi-resolution allows us to give this mesh more detail. For example, if I click the wireframe mode and as you can see here in the multi-resolution modifier, you can tweak the sculpt detail. For example, I want to give it 1 and see what happens. 1. But it's not actually working, so let's go to object mode. Yeah, and our object is selected, right? Yeah, and now let's try it again. Add modifier, multi-resolution. Oh, okay. What is gonna happen is this. Let's leave the multi-resolution modifier for now, for we don't even really use it that much while sculpting in Blender. So I'll show you guys what we use the most to sculpt while sculpting in Blender, and that is the Dynotopo. You'll find it here in the workspace settings in the context menu on the right here. We have the Dynotopo. So you click the topology check on. So when you have that on, you'll notice this difference. This on your mesh, you'll notice some parts, and you see the reason why we were not able to add detail before was because the mesh was limited, and we cannot add more detail unless we subdivide it, or by adding or by activating Dynotopology. So as we have activated Dynotopology, the best settings for Dynotopo is this. You come here to the detail. Let's leave the detail size for now, and this refine method, we come here and check subdivide edge. No, it's okay in subdivide collapse, and we change the settings from the detailing to constant detail. The reason is because this relative detail works by like when you set a detail size, the more detail you add, like more and effective detail when you're closer to the mesh. Oh, wait, let's try it. You add more detail when you're closer to the be able to add more detail when you're closer to the mesh than when you're further. For example, you see what I'm saying? So that's for the relative detail. You see the detail we are adding while we are a little far away from the mesh, and when we get closer to the mesh, you see the detail we are adding. It's still the same brush size, but we are adding more detail. The closer you are, the closer the mesh is, the more detail it adds. Very simple. So we change the relative detail to constant detail. So what this constant detail does is, it's only gives the mesh, as you see, the resolution here is 3, which is too low, so we increase the resolution. And there's a way it actually works. So let's increase the resolution to 10, and let's see. You see the detail we're adding. Even if you get closer in the constant detail, you're still adding the same detail. So this is the precise and best way you can sculpt easily and effectively in Blender. So as you can see, the only way we can add more detail is by increasing the resolution over here. Let's go higher. Let's click 20. So as you see 20 now, we are adding more details, as you see. So let's continue to add detail. Let's add 40 this time around, and let's see. you see how much detail it's adding now. It's adding more and more detail. You can't compare the detail here with the detail here. Let's go high, way high, like 80. And now see what happens. We are adding more. So the more detail you add, like the more you increase the resolution, the more detail you add. So using constant detail to sculpt is the best way. And you'll notice why are we seeing scales like this when we are not sculpting fish. Even though we are sculpting fish. But yeah, you can change this. Me personally, I prefer this because you see where you're adding detail, and you see where like you see the area that needs more detail. You can change this by clicking smooth shading here. So as we click smooth shading, you can see what happened. Like everything is smooth. If you continue to sculpt, you're sculpting in real time smooth. Like you're sculpting the surface of the mesh like smooth in real time. So as you can see, yeah, so let me reverse this. So it depends on what you want. So me, to be honest, I prefer sculpting. Let me change the detail back to 25. I prefer sculpting in this scaly form like this because I'll know where I want to add more detail. And when I click smooth shading, it becomes like super realistic, super smooth everywhere, and everything will be like perfect. Not perfect, but yeah. So yeah, as you have known a little bit about Dynotopo, let's find a way to add detail to this mesh. Let's start adding detail. For example, the nose, I want to add detail to the nose. And what I wanted to show you guys previously on using the blob brush to make quick O's in the nose, I'm going to show you guys that now. So we can do that by clicking the blob brush for making deep O's, and by clicking the blob brush, oh sorry, so yeah, by clicking the blob brush, we come down to the nose area, and we on the settings, you know, we have add and we have subtract. If you use add, it's going to add to the mesh, and if we use subtract, then we can add O's. Oops, sorry, we can add O's. As you can see what I'm doing now, we are adding O's. You add O, you stop, you continue again. So yeah, that's how you can make a quick nose for a character you are creating, or O's anywhere necessary with the blob brush. So yeah, you see how we are able to add detail using Dynotopology in Blender. Smooth. So I want to smooth my mesh, and also I want to show you some other cool features that I want to show you while we have more detail on our mesh. Let me add detail, and there are other ways you can add detail without like adding detail without actually like sculpting or really adding detail, if you get what I mean. And that is by taking the strength to 0 and sculpting on the particular surface where you want to add detail. By doing that, you are not adding any clay strip, but you are adding detail to the mesh. Oh sorry, we can see that by using the wireframe. For example, here you see I just added detail here. This place we still have less detail, so let's add detail by adding on the mesh. Through the wireframe you can see clearly what I am doing, and that's cool. See, you can add detail. It's not necessary you add detail to the whole surface of the mesh, but you can add detail to where you need them. For example, I want to sculpt this horn like a reindeer horn, so you guys will see what I want to do exactly. Oops, sorry. So now let me smooth this. If you want to smooth, you click the S smooth brush. So now I can use the layer brush layer brush, and let's see what we can do with let's see what we can do with the layer brush. This is not working, so Ctrl Z. That's why you have to try and work with the brush system to understand better. So let me take the strength back to 0.5, the default strength, and let's add clay over here. Smooth. Let me add clay all over here and smooth. After this tutorial set, I'll be doing a tutorial on how to sculpt a human face, both realistic and stylized or cartoon kind. So, and I'll be showing you guys, I'll be uploading videos of, sculpting realistic faces and anatomy, how you can quickly make base meshes quick and efficiently. This one looks a bit too. Use the blob brush. Oh, it's still in subtract. Let me change it back to add. I'm looking for a way to extend these things, but what do you think? Which brush do you think we can use? So the brush I'll be using is the snake hook brush. With the snake hook brush, you can quickly use it to extend like arms or any of those things you want to do. As you can see what I'm doing. So you see, the snake hook brush is also a very useful brush. Like, you can use it to do anything basically. So I hope you guys are understanding and knowing what you can use these brushes for. Because to be honest, there are very many tutorials for Blender out there, but there hasn't been one that really showed everything on how to use the brushes. Blender is free, and knowing how to operate it too, I think you should get it free. I've been using Blender for almost 2 years now, and yeah, I can sculpt anything, from learning to now I'm proficient with Blender, and I even have my own way of sculpting, of sculpting human face quick and efficiently, which I'll be showing you guys later on. But yeah, I hope you're getting this tutorial. And now let's add detail to the eyes. Let's give it a pointed eyes using the blob brush. Now let's sculpt the mouth. Okay, let's use the grab brush to grab some parts here, making it look, giving it this jaw, and this is the elf man or elk man or whatever. So yeah, let's add some detail to let's add a lip. This here is basically what do you call it, mustache, or however you call it, I don't know for you, but yeah, it's like a mustache, and a big mustache. I hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial. So this is the lip. We are trying to make a mouth here. Is this even making sense? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're just learning, and yep. Let me do something here, something very funny. Extending this mustache over here. And there's something I'll show you guys here. You can use the crease brush to easily take this back inside. And yep. Can use the crease brush to make a crease anywhere basically. As you can see. Yep, so in the next tutorial I'll be showing you guys how to give this object a material, not like material like texturing, but when you're sculpting, how to give it colors and material to make the viewport even colorful and more friendly while sculpting, and that will be very interesting. And further also I'll be showing you guys how to add base meshes, like more meshes. Maybe you want to add neck and some other detail to your sculpt. I'll be showing you guys that later on. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Like and also subscribe to the channel, because to be honest, I'm bringing more goodies. Thank you for watching at all.